Letter 33. Making good use of everyone's wisdom. Do not use your own likes and dislikes as the criteria for selecting talents. November 17, 1912. Dear John, receiving your letter is very exciting to me because you understand my philosophy, which always helps me to succeed in my career. Do what you like to do and leave other things to the people who like to do it. For me, doing what I love is an unquestionable conclusion. It always reminds me that in order to lead my subordinates to complete tasks well, we must not rely on certain management skills, but adopt a more macroscopic and effective leadership style. Specifically, it is not to let the subordinates stick to rigid and standardized work positions, but to find ways to use each person's strengths and induce them to pour enthusiasm into their work to achieve excellent productivity. This is my way to victory. When I was studying, I remembered this sentence: the most perfect person is the one who thoroughly devotes himself to the activity he's best at. Later, after I reformed it, I changed it into a management philosophy. The person who is most able to create value is the one who is completely devoted to his favorite activities. I have said that everyone has the instinct to be loyal to themselves and have desires to be who they want to be. And the way they achieve loyalty is to do what they like to do. Unfortunately, many managers do not treat employees loyally, which results in lower productivity. In fact, this is easy to understand. If you don't devote time to the things you love, you will never feel self-satisfied. If you don't have self-satisfaction, you will lose the passion for life. If you lose the passion for life, you will lose the motivation of life. Counting on a person who has lost the motivation to do a job well is like counting on a clock that has stopped to tell the time accurately. It is ridiculous. Therefore, I never forget to give my subordinates the opportunity to be loyal to themselves, to ignite their enthusiasm, and to maximize their special talents. And what I gain from it is precisely the wealth and achievement. Being loyal to yourself will win one of the greatest battles in your life. Who will miss this opportunity? If you want to successfully use the enthusiasm of your subordinates, you must know that the responsibility of the leader is not to tap the weaknesses of the subordinates, but to pay attention to the strengths and talents of the subordinates, and let these advantages be fully utilized. I do not have the habit of picking the most vulnerable characteristics of my subordinates, but I always look for the strongest part of them so that their talents can be fully utilized in the challenges and needs of the work. For example, I reused Mr. Archibald. Unlike some people, I do not use my likes and dislikes as the criteria for selecting talents first. I do not look at what signs are attached to them. What I like is their ability that they show when working. I like my preferences, but I prefer efficiency. Archibald is by no means a perfect person. He is addicted to alcohol, but I am a prohibitionist of alcohol. However, Archibald has an extraordinary leadership talent and potentials. He is quick-witted, optimistic, and humorous. His outstanding eloquence, bold and combative character are undoubtedly the guarantee of winning in fierce competition. So after becoming a partner from an opponent, I have always been interested in him, and I kept entrusting him with important tasks until he was promoted to take over my position. He has proven that he is a talented leader, and his career is so special. If he is not affected by bad habits, his grades will be even more brilliant. My purpose is to find the value that I value in every subordinate, not the shortcomings that I do not like. I find out what each employee is worthy of attention and strengths, and I am committed to turning the strengths of the employees into outstanding talents without trying to correct their shortcomings. Therefore, I always have subordinates who are capable and willing to contribute. John, no one is omnipotent. Now, you are a manager. Your achievements depend on the exertion of your leadership ability and your subordinates' ability to do things. You need to know that there are many places where you can pick on your subordinates, but you have to focus on discovering the potential strengths of each person. Pay attention to their outstanding performance in every detail, and their insistence on perfectionism in order to do things well. This is where your leadership strength lies. One person cannot dominate a team. I do not deny the great role of leaders, but on the whole, victory depends on the team. Any honor I get depends on the strength of the team, and not myself alone. Only when everyone works hard can they believe and expect miracles. Good luck, my son. Love, your father.